everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Frankly FM84. A big thank you for coming back and joining me on another episode of Bello Calcio. We're currently out in Japan in the J-League managing Shonan Bellmare. So if you've been with us the past couple of episodes, we've just been ticking on, nicely rolling along. And today we have moved forwards into the schedule. As I said, we missed quite a chunk of J-League games to move to this game, which is the Kashima Antlers in the Emperor's Cup. So let's fill you in with what's been happening since you've been away. We've had quite the run of form, as you can see. I think we were left off at the Suwon Blue Wings game, didn't we? So we started off with a top of the table clash against Gamba Osaka. Won that game 1-0 with a goal from Hirabayashi, left back, scoring the goal. We did dominate the game, but only took that one chance. But since that game, things have got better and better. We went on and played Kawasaki Frontale away from home, had 25 shots, 14 on target, and won the game 4-0. Goals from Presar, Hirabayashi again, Quinones, and Kitahara. There was a rare red card down here for Ghana in the final minute of the game, which was a little bit disappointing, but still, we roll on. Another 2-1 victory then against Vissel Kobe in the next game. 2 goals from Mita, 2 different sisters, Hirabayashi and Presar. We had 30 shots, 13 on target. Not too sure what's going on with Vissel Kobe. They were once our greatest rivals. They were a shadow of themselves, certainly in this game. Kashiwa Reysol next. We played them at home, beat them 4-1. Goals from Kuwahara, Machida, Nishikawa, and Siangon Kanda. Sayanon Kanda with the 4th goal. Another easy 3 points. We then beat Sagan Tosu by 3-1 with goals from Lopez, Hamzawi and Kitahara. We roll on. 6-2 the next game, Jubilo Iwata. We went to Jubilo and we beat them 6-2. Goals from Miyazaki, Presar, Kitahara, Mita and Atangana, finishing that game off 6-2. We then scored 6 again against Yokohama FC. 33 shots, 15 of which were on target. I lost track here how many goals were scored by who. So Mita got 2, Atangana got 1, Hayashi got 1, Ghana actually got the opener, and Hatanaka getting the other one. A convincing 6-0 victory there. We then scored 5 as we played against Kyoto Sanga FC. Goals from Mita, Atangana, Presar and Hatanaka securing that victory. We're nearly there, I promise, but it gets better. We scored 9 against Nagoya Grampus. And again, hat-tricks from Mita and Machida. Goals from Ghana and Atangana also adding to those 2 hat-tricks. There is one more goal, isn't there? Machida. Now, Machida got a hat-trick. Mita got a hat-trick. Atangana, Ghana and Hatta getting the other goals. Which gave us a 9-1 victory and an absolute dominant performance. We started the game off hot. Only scored 1 before half-time and then went... Oh, no, we didn't. Didn't at all. Sorry. Started the game off hot. 4 minutes on the clock for the first goal. And then we went in at half-time. 5-0 up. And then continued the route into the second half. And then finally, last time out, 3-1 victory against Yokohama F. Marinos. Goals from Hadadi, Hatanaka and Siangon Kanda. I will get there. Kanda. We're just going to call him Kanda. And that's a lot easier, isn't it? So that brings us up to today's game. Let's show you the league table quickly. We are streaks ahead again. So we are now 17 points clear in the league. Yeah, got a goal difference of 56. And we are just dominating the league once again. Only 1 game lost so far this season. Gamba Osaka have only lost 2, but they have drawn 7. And we find ourselves in a commanding position. So that brings us nicely up to date then. Nothing else really to report. We have Campagna leaving the club. You might be able to see in the bottom right hand corner, Bournemouth are now sniffing around Atangana. We've just tied James Garner into a brand new contract which gets rid of the 10 million release clause. So it looks like he is here to stay for a while. And Mita, Paris Saint-Germain was sniffing around, but we put him on a new contract as well, around £17,000 a week. And that got rid of that interest too. So we are nicely up to date. Let's roll on, show you the starting 11 and how we get on against Kashima Antlers in the Emperor's Cup. Here we go then, let's introduce you to the starting 11 that we'll be putting out in this Emperor's Cup game. So we have Tani in goal, Lopez, Kuwahara, Tachibana and Hirabayashi. Ghana in his familiar RPM role. We then have Presar on the left, Atangana and Sianon Kanda on the right hand side. Machida and Mita will be the two up top. Hopefully they'll score the goals to fire us into the next round of the Emperor's Cup. Here we go then, the game is up and running and we are off and looking for another victory in the Emperor's Cup. Nothing really happening too quickly, but in the 5th minute we do get a free kick just outside the box. Machida is lining it up. I'm surprised Ghana's not on it, but it doesn't matter. Shuto Machida has lobbed the wall, or put it up and over the wall and into the back of the net. Goalkeeper left standing, and that's the perfect start that we were looking for. Machida's been a bit in and out of the team this season, struggling to get past the two at the top of the pitch, plus Presart chipping in as a centre forward too. He's a little bit disgruntled at the moment, but if he's scoring goals like that, I guess we should be finding space for him in the team, and certainly as a rotation option. Brilliant start then for Machida, putting his best foot forwards, but we have defending to do here, and Tachibana jumps into a tackle. It's going to break to Furukawa, who puts the ball over the bar from just outside the box, or just inside the box he may have ended up, but yeah, these look dangerous when they are going to be in behind, but if we can get in ourselves here, Taro Mita's in again. Goalkeeper makes a great save. I think this was going wide anyway. It says it was almost one of the goals of the season down at the bottom, but it looked like the goalkeeper had it covered and it was going wide anyway, but hey-ho. It all helps when we get a corner, but not when you do anything, when you don't do anything with it. Ghana crossing it in, it doesn't come to much, and then we give a free kick away down here. Kanda giving the ref the old dive signs there, as if the player just fell to the ground. But they are in again, and they're playing the ball in behind. Kuwahara plays it back to Tani, plays to Hirabayashi, who plays it out to Kanda on the right-hand side. Mita turns his man. He's now running at the other defender, but finds Machida in acres of space. And Shuto Machida is not messing about in this game. He's got himself a second goal on the 20th minute, and he really is proving why he should be in the team more often. He had a bit of an injury at the start of the season, which was why he probably didn't get back in the team straight away. But judging by this form, we're going to have to find space for him, aren't we? Because that's a brilliant finish. Confident, left-footed, past the goalkeeper. He's a man in form all of a sudden. And Machida doing the damage to get us 2-0 ahead. 30 minutes on the clock then. Is there anything else we can do before half-time? Looking at some of the players down here, actually. We've been rotating just recently. As you saw in those run of games, we were winning quite convincingly in some of them. And that was with some changes. I mean, Ghana has been suggested for a rest at some points. Mita was suggested for a rest. I mean, Mita's been away. He's played international football, which I presume is what brought about the interest from PSG. Who else needed a rest? Kuwahara, I think, was the other one, who has just come back from Japanese duty as well. So, lots of football being played by all of the players. Some of them we are resting and chopping and changing the team where we can, but there is just some players that just need to be in the lineup. I mean, Ghana, it's difficult to leave Ghana out because he's so good for this team that when you try and replace him, you just drop off a little bit in terms of performance. There's Rene Lopez scoring a third goal as I'm talking about Ghana. But yeah, the step from Ghana to Bouazri and anybody else who plays in the middle of the park, even Fretheim, has not really hit the ground running. So it's difficult to get Ghana out of the team to give him a rest. But luckily for us, when we were doing it, we were just winning games anyway, so it doesn't really disrupt the rhythm of the team. I think last time out when we won, it said it was 11 on the bounce. This pretty much looks like it's going to be 12, unless something goes drastically wrong and we have like 3 men sent off or 4 injuries and we end up not being able to field a full team. Although, just as I'm saying, it should be over. Umeda has got a goal back for Kashima Antlers. Pretty simple goal too, just letting down the right hand side by our defence. Nice 1-2 little here, so ball goes out to Arrow Jr. As he crosses it in, there is Umeda, unmarked. Tani goes to ground, can't stop the shot. And they get back into the game, which is a little bit dumb on our behalf because I thought we were going to put this game out of sight. I mean, it probably is still out of sight at 3-1. If we score again straight from this kick-off, then a 3-goal lead again will surely be more comfortable than we should be holding out for. And there it is, Atangana with the finish. Mita turning provider this time. Atangana showing again why Bournemouth are sniffing around this time. These kinds of players are like really proud of finding. I mean, Atangana is a Cameroonian who was in their under-21 team at the age of 16. So we went in, picked him up early on, and he has really shown that he has come good at the right age, and he's now an influential part of this team. I won't be cashing in on him, certainly not a £5 million for Bournemouth. But if bigger teams come along, I'll have to check if he's got a clause in his contract. I don't know whether we might lose him to a minimum release clause. If that does happen, I'll be a little bit gutted, because I don't think he'll sign a new contract whilst there's interest. And whilst the interest is there, I mean, it's just wiping days off of the contract. So even if it's up for renewal, which I don't think it is, but even if it is, it's helping the other teams to pick him up for less money further on down the line. Kuwahara there makes it 5-1. And after Kashima Antlers got back into the game, I did think to myself, oh, here we go. But no, it was never going to happen, was it? I mean, look at this. Every player apart from Tachibana, who is going to be coming off in a minute, is on a 7 or more rating. Tachibana is struggling for something. I don't know whether it's... Has he got himself? He has got himself booked, so he probably jumped into a tackle and has upset himself. But he doesn't seem very happy out on the pitch. We've got Garner as well, who's probably going to come off. I'm saying how important he is, but it's equally as important to get him on for an hour and get him off for half an hour so he can have a little bit of a rest, because he's that influential of a player. Kashima Antlers there having a shot over the bar. So let's make those two changes then. We're going to bring Bouazri on because he can play in the position. And we are also going to bring on... Who should we bring on? I'm going to play Nishikawa in place of Ghana. Not a natural like for like, but he can play centre mid. I know that Atangana can't play that deep. And Nishikawa's probably not a natural playing as an RPM, but he's creative enough as a central attacking midfielder to be able to play the role, I'm sure. It's just the defensive side of the job that he's probably going to be lacking a little bit in. And speaking of which, we are defending now as Arrow Jr. is bringing the ball away. They look for him, he's up the line. He's quick, this kid, Arrow Jr. He's got him behind the defence, he cuts the ball back, and luckily for us, the shot is blocked. Nishikawa from there now is showing that he can pass the ball from deep. Praysart tries to play it inside, but it's cut out. A little bit wayward passing in our play in this second half, and we've let them in behind. Luckily, we get back into shape. They've had a shot from distance. Furukawa with the shot from outside the box. It goes wide of the post, and luckily for us, that is just going to waste a little bit more time and get us further towards that finishing line, as there's 84 on the clock and we are on the attack again. Machida with a wayward pass though sets them off on a counter attack, and if they can play the ball through, here's Arrow Jr. again. What can he do with it? Can he produce something better than last time? Plays it back. It's going to be a cross to the back post, and Kaji has scored. So a little bit of hope for Kashima Antlers. It's 5-2. A little bit disappointed with the defending there. Left the man wide open on the back post. But I suppose with a scoreline of 5-2, it's job done. Not going to worry too much about it. It really is poor defending, isn't it? He just peels off the man at the back post. Nobody bothers picking him up. He's in, and he just nods it into the empty net to make it 5-2. So then 3 minutes of added on time. They have come and gone. And we are going through to the next round of the Emperor's Cup. So we've had 25 shots, 13 on target, scored 5 goals. I'd say that's a pretty good day's work. So let's head back through these screens, go back to the main screen or the home screen. Let's have a little look at the schedule, see where we can come back in the future, maybe even see who our next opponents in this cup is. Schedule. Right then, so we have got Shimizu Espol, Scambra Osaka, Chorizo Osaka, Kawasaki Frontal, Sagan Tosu, Jubilo Iwata, and then Yokohama F Marinos in the Emperor's Cup third round. So we are so far ahead in the league. Last time I actually missed us lifting the trophy, so I'm going to try to prevent that from happening this time around. I am going to aim though for the Emperor's Cup. I think we're just going to kind of push the J League to one side, because that is not a formality, but it's looking likely we are going to be winning that in our last season. And then, yeah, I've got a feeling that's a good place to aim. Is back for the Emperor's Cup, and then we've got the J League Cup quarter final, the AFC Champions League, and that's where the schedule gets mental because all the cup games get squashed together at the end, which means there'll be loads of content for the second half of the season. Right then, at this point of the video, you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to help the channel out. Appreciate every single person that has took the time to do that so far. If you're not one of them, please hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, help us get this video out to more people. But for this one, I'm going to wrap it there. Come back and see us tomorrow as we face off against Yokohama F. Marinos in the Emperor's Cup.